Hey everyone, it's April 2nd, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share it with serial killer Leslie Irvin, known as the Mad Dog Killer, who claimed 6 victims in the 1950s and whose case led to a landmark Supreme Court decision. And that is him right up there. Irvin was born in 1924 in Evansville, Indiana. Not much is known about his childhood, but he was a firebug as a teen, starting 5 fires at his high school that did little to no damage. His fellow students later told the press that he was sensitive, taking it personally when he would end up in trouble, and insisted on being called Les instead of Leslie because he thought it sounded like a girl's name. He eventually wound up working as a steam fitter and laborer, but also dabbled in robberies, finding himself behind bars multiple times in his 20s. Psychologists have revealed that he suffered from a low sex drive and found his life boring, longing for some excitement. In 1954, the then 30-year-old Irvin created his own excitement when he embarked on a killing spree that terrorized southwestern Indiana and Kentucky. His first victim was an expectant mother who he tied up and shot in the liquor store she owned with her husband. Irvin then killed a gas station attendant in the same manner a few weeks later, and a reward was offered for information leading to the capture of the killer. He laid low for a few months, then shot and killed a housewife who he had robbed, then a week later killed a farmer, his son, and daughter-in-law. Irvin spared the life of their 2-year-old daughter, saying to police when he was caught, "I like kids." This murder gave authorities enough clues to identify Irvin as the killer, and he was arrested 11 days later. Leading up to the court case, the prosecution engaged in a media strategy to blanket the community with details of the crimes, and after a 2-week trial in 1956, he was convicted and sentenced to death for 6 murders. During his trial, he would be walked into court with what was effectively a leash attached, and along with the brutality of his crimes, it led to the nickname Mad Dog, which was even used in the prosecution's closing argument. 9 days after his conviction, he made a key out of aluminum foil and book covers that he used to open his cell and escape the Gibson County Jail, which had previously been considered escape-proof. He hitchhiked all the way to San Francisco, where he was arrested for trying to pawn stolen jewelry a month later. When he was being interrogated, the police realized who they had in custody, and he was sent back to Indiana. Meanwhile, his attorneys argued that pre-trial publicity about the case made it impossible for Irvin to get a fair trial, and the Supreme Court agreed to hear his appeal in 1960. In 1961, they handed down a decision that Irvin would get a new trial because of the circumstances surrounding the court case, making it the first murder conviction to be overturned because of pre-trial publicity. He was once again convicted of 6 murders, though, in 1962, this time being given a life sentence. Irvin spent his days in prison crafting trinkets out of leather and died from lung cancer in 1983. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Leslie Irvin, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.